If you're new to Deception Bytes, hit the like and subscribe button and be sure to hit the bell to be notified of future videos. If you wish to support the channel, the links are in the description below. Now, fasten your seatbelt. Here we go. And we're back, and it is October the 30th still, and it's Tuesday still. This is the second video. Couldn't fit it all into the first, but I told you I would come back because we still have more stuff, and this one I think will be better because there's more of a variety and it's little stuff that, you know, just little chunk-sized bites. So let's get into it. Now, I want to play this, and I noticed somebody just mentioned this in the comments about Cesar Sayoc and his CIA connections, and there are plenty of those. So Cesar Sayoc's CIA connections, a post at Investment Watch reveals the non-bomber Cesar Sayoc boasted of his connection to a particularly loathsome CIA agent, Enrique Prado. Sayoc's social media accounts have been expunged from the net, but early yesterday morning, an enterprising netizen managed to take a screenshot of Sayoc's 2016 post. And of course we have, well, no, this is a little bit different than the one we saw. I would like to wish my great friend from the Academy 9 years. We did go over that, not yesterday, but the day before. I'm not sure if there's anything new here or not. Prado worked with Kofor Black, a former high-level CIA officer who became the vice chairman of Blackwater USA. I think we all know about Blackwater. According to Evan Wright, Prado oversaw the CIA's assassination program and continued the effort when he followed Black to the notorious Murder for Hire group. Prado also worked with the thuggish Contras known for executing school teachers in Nicaragua. Yeah, the Contras, that's a story for another day. But let me tell you, I have spent many, many years investigating all that because I was down there during the time it was going on, and I knew that what I was being told was not what was happening, and what was being reported from the locals and so forth was far removed from what made it on the news. And yeah, anyway, I'm not going to get into that. We don't have time for that today, but if you remind me someday, I will talk about it. After leaving Blackwater, Black formed his own company, the Black Group, an effort to mainstream and corporatize CIA operations. Black's group merged with Total Intelligence Solutions, LLC. Prado is the CCO, either Chief Channel Officer or Chief Commercial Officer of Total Intelligence Solutions. It's not clear how friendly Sayoc was with Prado. Well, I would say he was pretty friendly. It seems like a pretty friendly thing to say. I would like to wish my great friend. You don't normally say great friend unless you are indeed a great friend to that person. So I would say that they have a he's saying your congrats on your invention, many successes, my brother. Now, generally, if you don't feel a sense of camaraderie with someone, you don't call them your brother. So anyway, needless to say, this is revelation. Okay, this is not written well. Needless to say, this revelation, that doesn't belong in there, is highly suspicious. The above screenshot of the post commending Prado may coincide with Sayoc's personality change. It is an established fact the CIA attempted to create a Manchurian candidate assassin with its MK-Ultra program. In 2010, it was reported military veterans claimed a secret program run by the CIA, military intelligence, and university scientists attempt to implant remote control devices in the brains to create assassins. According to Dr. Colin A. Ross, the president and founder of the Colin A. Ross Institute for Psychological Trauma, this program did not exist and began its experiments on animals at the Ames Edgewood Arsenal in Maryland between 1950 and 1975. I don't know if Sayoc is a remote-controlled patsy. However, I believe the bombs hand-delivered to CNN and Democrats are part of a wider effort to discredit President Trump and portray his efforts his supporters as crazed right-wing terrorists. It is well known Trump has enemies at the CIA, most notably former director John Brennan, who had his security clearance yanked by the president. That would tend to make one pretty sore, I would think. And I don't have any doubts in my mind that Sayok is CIA. And like I said, I don't know if I know this person or not, but there's a familiarity there that is just too weird for me. And yeah. Anyway, let's get back to the other news. Now, let's talk about our old friend Christine Blasey Ford. That's right, I said Blasey. It suits her, doesn't it? And please, please, Christine, put that tongue back in your mouth because you're making everybody sick. Please, I can't look at that. Kavanaugh accuser Christine Blasey Ford rakes in $1 million, several book offers. Well, well, well. She profited well, didn't she? Yeah. Oh, that's to put that tongue back in. Christine Blasey Ford, the California psychology professor who accused Supreme Court Justice Brett Kavanaugh of sexual misconduct 36 years ago, yes, that's right, 36 years ago, received a $1 million windfall and is receiving several requests for book deals after her testimony. Real Clear Investigations reported Monday that Ford's 15 minutes of fame before the Senate Judiciary Committee in September has turned her into a millionaire, ranking in an estimated $1 million from crowdfunding campaigns supporting her and several book deals since her testimony. Now, I personally would rather have my eyes dug out with spoons than read a book that Christine Blasey Ford wrote. I don't care if she's read it. I just don't want to read anything that she's written because what's she going to write about? If she's going to write about psychology, okay, maybe. But if she's going to write about, you know, nonsensical stuff that didn't happen, then no, I don't. Who wants to read that? Nobody. That's who. Despite Ford's windfall, several Democrats on the Senate Judiciary Committee, including Senator Dick Durbin and Senator Kamala Harris, said Ford had nothing to gain by coming forward with her accusations to the committee. Oh, I wish that I had nothing to gain. Yeah, I could use that money. Put it to good use. You know, I'd put another door in. I don't know. Two-door Ford. That's what she is. She's two-door Ford. Okay, I want to thank you, Harris also said during the September hearing, because you clearly have nothing to gain from what you've done. No, nothing to gain at all except $1 million and a book deal. That's nothing. Okay, so anyway, I'm not going to go on with that, and I don't want to see that tongue again, ever. Like, if I never see it again, it'll be too soon. So, let's go on. You know, Senator Feinstein, she'll probably claim maybe 30 years from now that, she received a bomb too, but she didn't know whether she should say anything about it. Yeah. Okay. Now, this is from Twitter, and this is James Wood. He said, quoting Piers Morgan, who I don't care for, "Dear America, I know this is a crazy idea from an ignorant foreigner, but why don't you just try giving up some of your guns to see what happens?" Okay. And James Woods, because being the intellect that he is, and he really is, he's a Mensa, he's part of Mensa, he says Chicago has the strictest gun laws in the nation. Yeah, so it's not working for Chicago very well, is it? No, I didn't think so. Okay, now let's go on down here. And this from Educating Liberals. John Kasich says, "The Lord doesn't want Americans putting up walls and turning away the caravan. What a fool. Somebody let this man know that heaven has a wall with very strict immigration policies, and that hell is a place with open borders. 2 Chronicles 14:7. Love that person. Love them. Educating liberals. It's a great account to follow. Regularly says some pretty good stuff. Anyway, now I can't remember what this is, but that's the fun. It's like, it's like reaching into a grab bag. What is it? Oh, yes. They tried to get this poor rabbi to say that Trump wasn't welcome at the synagogue. Now, this is the synagogue that got shot up. But, of course, he said no such thing. He said, Trump is my president and he's welcome. So I really liked that because she sure was trying to get him to say that. Now, let's go back to the first here. And
President Trump has talked about coming to Pittsburgh and coming to your synagogue in the aftermath of this. Do you want him to come?
The President of the United States is always welcome. I'm a citizen. He's my president. He's certainly welcome.
The ADL tells us that
Yeah. That's not the answer she was rooting for, was it? She wanted him to say, no, he's not welcome here. But that's not what he said at all. Of course, I'm a citizen. He's my president. He's welcome here. Good for him. Good for him. All right, now let's go back. All right, now these caravans are organized by the Okay, she is responding, Ella Cruz. She is responding to this person who said, so the UN is working against the US and our sovereign right to have borders. Time to reconsider UN membership. Leaked documents prove Soros Open Society is working with UN in supporting current illegal migrant crisis. And of course, that's true. And this person responded and said, these caravans are organized by the UN, but the goal isn't the election. They can hardly arrive and vote the same day. The UN is building the foundation to collect the evidence that the Trump admin is a tyrant and violates human rights. And that's exactly right. That's exactly right. That is what they're trying to do. And I pray to God that they are not successful. And let's take a look at this. Again, it's a grab bag because I can't remember what it is. Woohoo! What is it? Yay! Okay. File this under, now what is this again? Oh, yes. I'm sure you heard about this yesterday, or you would have if I had posted, because the Republican, where was this? South Daytona Republican headquarters shot up overnight. Volunteers arrived Monday to find windows shot out and bullet holes inside the office. Now, and this person, the outlaw Josie Wales, says, file this under what the media won't rush to show you. Now, imagine if this was a Democrat campaign office. It would lead everywhere, and you know it. And you're right. We would be hearing no end to it if it was a Democrat office, but it wasn't. So let's just see. I don't know if there's words to this. But that's...
this is where one of them breaks the ceiling. You can move that screen.
Yeah, that's... Really, I mean, I just can't imagine, because I don't approve of, it would never cross my mind. Take a gun and shoot up a Democrat's office. I mean, it's, I don't know. These people are unhinged. They really are. They're unwell. Okay. Now, let's go on, and here's another one that I don't know what it is anymore because I gathered it yesterday and I wasn't able to do a video yesterday. Over 12,000 tweets. Oh, 12,000 assassination tweets. Trump's social media presence is a new challenge for the Secret Service. Excuse me. Yeah, 12,000. There have been 12,000 assassination threats tweeted to Trump. That would be a Secret Service nightmare. And it's pretty, if that was Obama and Obama got a death threat, it would immediately be because somebody was racist, right? It just, I've never seen anything like this. In the 12 days since, okay, this is an old article then. So I don't know why I scared that up. Because it says in the 12 days since Donald Trump took the oath of office, a steady stream of social media posts have called for the new president's assassination. So, my gosh, he'd only been in office 12 days and he had already received 12,000 assassination tweets. My gosh. Wow. He was getting 1,000 a day. Wonder if that slowed down any. Probably not. Probably not. Anyway, that's obviously an old article, and I don't know where I scared it up from. But let's go on, shall we? And here, this is from Twitter. I thought you might like to see this. I'm not even sure how to pronounce her first name. Ilhan Omar, Democrat, state Republican, running for U.S. Congress. So she's running for U.S. Congress. May Allah, this is a direct quote from her, may Allah awaken the people and help them see the evil doings of Israel. Omar is being questioned for her outspoken anti-Semitic comments on Twitter, as well as her alleged marriage, get this, to her own brother. Ew. Ew. That's almost as nasty as Christine Ford's tongue. Muslim Democrat state representative running for U.S. Congress. May Allah awaken the people and help them to see the evil doings of Israel. Yep. And you know what? She'll probably get in. That's the sad thing. Unless there's enough Republicans to, cancel that vote. Anyway, all right. Here's Paul Joseph Watson. Vandalized. They literally shot bullets into a Republican Party office and the media equates it to graffiti. But there's no bias. Honest. Yeah, right. Yeah, you could see it if that was the other way around. They would milk that to death. Okay, now this from Patricia Dixon. Funny that Dr. Christine Ford claims she didn't know how to contact Democrat elected officials, yet a homeless man living in a van had all the addresses of former and current Democrat elected officials. That is curious. You know what else is curious? How he managed to deliver those packages to the home of the Clintons and George Soros and Obamas. And in the case of the Obamas and the Clintons, they don't even get mail delivered to their house because all their mail goes to a Secret Service field officer to go through. So that's curious too. But yeah, it is a little bit strange that a homeless man living in a van has all those addresses. You think, you want to know how hard it is? Spend 5 minutes, just 5 minutes trying to get one of those addresses. It's impossible. Maybe not impossible, but very highly difficult. All right, now let's see what this is. This was from yesterday too. Oh yes, an ABC 7 photographer was rolling as immigration officers dropped off about 20 undocumented migrant families at the Greyhound station in downtown El Paso. ICE is now releasing these migrants into the general population without review. So that's what these news people caught. I mean, there's no real sound to it, but I mean, I knew that they were doing this before, but that, you know, there's ICE officials right there. And they're pretty happy. At the Greyhound station. Now, they could go anywhere in the United States from that Greyhound station in downtown El Paso, and they're undocumented. Welcome to America. And if it's happening there, where else is it happening? Does Trump know about it? And if he does, why are we being told that it's not happening? That's what I want to know. I don't blindly trust. Yes, I think that Trump is doing a good job, but that doesn't mean that I'm going to blindly trust him either. So, I mean, these are things we need answers to. All right. Now, this is interesting. Let me see if I can get this, because I think you'll want to know this. Or maybe you won't. I don't know. Come on. So slow tonight. All right. So, Mike Pence, well, let me just, yeah, I'll read it here. AP censors Pence China speech on YouTube, removes reference to Google treason. Vice President Mike Pence Thursday drops the administrative hammer on Google for their Chinese-style censorship and shadow banning of conservative speech, calls Google's pending move to China an act of treason. Associated Press video edits out any mention. So I'm not going to read all this, but I just think that's interesting. You know, he's talking about censorship and being banned and shadow banning and stuff, and his speech gets censored. I mean, it's so in your face. It's not funny either, but you gotta laugh, because if I don't laugh, I'll cry. Well, maybe I won't cry. I don't cry very easily, but if you hurt my cat, though, I'll cry. So don't do that. All right, so now here, this is Bill Mitchell, and he says, huge, despite constant media attacks, Trump approval hits 50%. 50%, that's 6 points higher than Obama at the same point in his presidency, and I actually believe that it's actually higher than that. Maybe I'm wrong, maybe I overestimate how many people are actually for Trump, but it seems that way to me. Anyway, and then this, I had to show you because I thought this was absolutely phenomenal. Okay, Trump declares his first national monument honoring African American troops. So I think that is phenomenal. President Donald Trump on Friday used his executive powers for the first time to designate a national monument, establishing a 380-acre site in Kentucky to honor African Americans' role as soldiers during the Civil War. The move won praise from local activists and conservationists, but also criticism from several environmental groups, which noted Trump had used the same authority under the 1906 Antiquities Act last year to downsize 2 existing national monuments in Utah. Republicans had pushed for more than a year to establish a national monument at Camp Nelson in Nicholsville, Kentucky, which served as one of the largest recruitment and training depots for the United States colored troops. While Kennedy Well, Kentucky, rather, sorry, was the last state in the Union to allow the enlistment of African American men. The camp sent 23,000 of the roughly 180,000 black troops who fought on the Union side during the Civil War. During the war, thousands of enslaved African Americans risked their lives escaping to Camp Nielsen out of a deep desire for freedom and the right of self-determination, Trump declared in the proclamation he signed Friday. I've got goosebumps. I really do. Because imagine being a slave and you know that a war is being fought and you do everything in your power to escape so you can fight in that war and win your freedom. I mean, none of us know. None of us know what that kind of sacrifice feels like. But I think it's wonderful that they're doing a monument. I really do. I think it's awesome. So let's go on. Wanted to show you that. And I like this, but I wanted to bring it to your attention because, and no, I'm not making a 666 sign. I just saw myself do that and I went, oh, okay. Gab, of course, we know that the CEO or whatever he was, I think he was the CEO of Gab. He was whatever, the big shot. And he stepped down with all this stuff over the shooter because the shooter was on Gab and was, you know, an anti-Semite and all this. Okay. Well, now he put this on, and I think that this is very interesting. I just want everyone to know that I am happy, healthy, optimistic, and don't have any plans to harm myself or others. If something happens to me or my family, it is certainly a conspiracy and you should investigate it. Screenshot this and save it. Now, that is unusual. For someone to go to that length, that's unusual. And I don't think this person's kidding. I think they know exactly what they're dealing with and who they're dealing with. I just want everyone to know that I'm happy, healthy, optimistic, and don't have any plans to harm myself or others. So, of course, there have been other people that have done this. I remember a lady that went on, oh gosh, it was InfoWars. And I remember Alex Jones saying to her, you don't have any plans to suicide yourself, do you? Or, you know, whatever. And to kill yourself. And she says, no, absolutely not. So he said, so if you do end up dead, then it should be investigated. And she said, yes. Well, she did end up dead. So just because somebody does that doesn't mean, you know, that they're going to, and sometimes they go in and make it look like a murder-suicide. So I think that's why he said, I don't have any plans to harm myself or others. If something happens to me or my family, it's certainly a conspiracy. Now, that's interesting. And it shows me that this person is in danger and knows that they're in danger. Interesting. And we're coming to an end here. Now, I can't remember. I don't know. I'm not sure why I screenshotted that, or why I had that link, to tell you the truth. I think it originally led to that statement that I just read you, and that's probably why I had the link to show you where I had got that. But let's go back here and just a couple more things. Terry McAuliffe, Hillary Clinton is never going to be on a ballot again. Well, that's interesting because she insists that she is and that she's running in 2020. I don't know how she can do that with her health because her health is clearly an issue. And, I mean, aside from her being evil, you know, I mean, she's not well. Former Virginia Governor Terry McAuliffe, who served as a longtime fundraiser for former 2016 Democratic presidential nominee Hillary Clinton, confidently said Monday on MSNBC that Clinton will never run for elected office again. McAuliffe tampered it down the speculation about Clinton launching another presidential bid on Monday after Clinton declared at an event in New York City Friday that she would like to be president. Well, lots of people would like to be president. We can't let everybody be president. It's hard for Hillary. Oh, poor Hillary. Poor Hillary. She's got 3 million more votes than Donald Trump did in the last presidential election. But I feel, yeah, well, if she did, they were probably from dead people, illegals, whatever. But I feel confident in saying I think Hillary is never going to be on the ballot again. I think she's done running for elected office. Well, you know what, Mr. McAuliffe? I think she's done too. I think she's been done for a very long time. I think she's just about as done as she'll ever be. Yeah. So, bye-bye, Hillary. Bye-bye. Her daughter, Chelsea Clinton, raised some eyebrows on Wednesday about her political future when she divulged in an interview she would not rule out running for office, but would only do so if someone were to step down and retire. Okay. Please, no more Clintons in the White House, ever. It's not a good idea. Ever. Okay, unless it's a Clinton that's not related, because there may be there's probably lots of people with the last name Clinton that are reasonable people. So anyway, let's go back to here. And this is interesting, again, from Educating Liberals. These are the mass shootings under different presidents. Under Reagan, there was 31. Bush Sr., there was 18. Clinton, 54. Bush Jr., 49. Obama, 132. Trump, 39. So, seems pretty obvious who the problem started with. Now tell me again why we should have stricter gun control. Yeah. So Trump, it's going down under Trump a lot. And now this is something else that I found interesting about the whole umbrella. And I know we're a couple days behind here when we get into talking about the umbrella, but I think that meant something. I think it's a signal to someone or something. Just like when he was walking up there and there was paper stuck to the bottom of his shoe. Stuff like that is not an accident. And, I saw all these people on Twitter saying, oh, the lazy ass, just dogging him like crazy because he left the umbrella there. It was a sign. Now, when do you not need your umbrella? Well, he's going inside, so obviously he doesn't need his umbrella. But in real life, if the storm's over, you don't need an umbrella. Is this a signal that the storm's over? I don't think so, because, my gosh, it has barely begun. I mean, we want to see people pay for what they've done. But I don't know. Let me know in the comments below what you think of it, because it was just a little too weird for me. And why did they keep running the tape there at the umbrella, shifting in the wind? Like, that's just a waste. Of course, they don't use tape anymore. Everything's digital, but you know what I'm saying. Why did they keep looking at it there? Like it was going to do something. Like get up and walk away, or walk down the stairs, I don't know. Hey, watch my umbrella. Why? What's it gonna do? All right. I know that's not funny. It's late. Oh, yes, and here's the second migrant caravan tries breaking through Mexico border. One person reportedly killed. Now, these are the friendly people that are coming. What do you think of that? Don't they look like fine, upstanding citizens who will obey the law and pay their taxes? Yeah. Yep, that's what's coming. You know, Pelosi has a nice big house. Maybe they could stay there, and so does Maxine Waters. She's got a big house too. I'm sure they wouldn't mind. Rocks and sticks. Yeah, this was on the Canadian news, so thought that you might appreciate that. Anyway, so, and don't worry, if you guys don't take them in, Trudeau, he accepts anyone, really. The more violent you are, the more he likes you. All right, so their umbrella, and I think that's it. I think we're ending with the umbrella. That odd umbrella. And you will have to admit, it was odd. Just as odd as the paper on his shoe, because when you're president, you've got all these people bustling around you to make sure that stuff doesn't happen. So it's on purpose. Now, I don't know about the umbrella. He possibly, I don't know. Maybe he just didn't want to be bothered, like fiddling with it I don't know. Or could be a sign. Anyway, that's it for tonight, and I will be back tomorrow, Lord willing, and the creek don't rise, and I will have more. Wouldn't it be delightful if Q posted tomorrow, but I don't think he's going to post until after the midterms. That is my feeling now, because I think that if he did post, it would just be used to add fuel to the fire, and I think they're avoiding that. So that's my feeling anyway, and you guys, I always welcome your opinions down below the comments. So I will see you guys tomorrow. Stay safe, stay well, stay blessed, and how do I turn it off? Bye-bye.